Okay, gonna start the weekly video. I usually do them Saturdays, but I was kind of busy. The peas were just blossoming last week, and today we've already got pods. So within a week after the blossoms start, they jump right into pods. Some of the pods are pretty large, and so we'll get a few peas. Not worth eating fresh. Nothing's really changed on the potatoes. Still growing. Nothing's changed there much. Over here, we've picked most of the lettuce. A couple other ones have gone to seed. It'll be chicken feed. Tomorrow I think I'll pull the radishes. I had one earlier today that was the size of a golf ball, and the onions are doing pretty good. I can pull some of these already if I wanted. Oh, here's a snail. Chicken feed. But yeah, there's a lot of radishes in here. So I think we still got a bowl of them in the house. Try to get my fingers out. There's a few. This is the side I've been picking the most, but it's pretty good size ones in there. And there's 5 rows total. It shows you the onions a little better. So they're bulbing now. I give them a little drink of water, give them a helping hand. We picked the chard pretty heavy the other day, had a good meal of chard. I threw some string over here trying to tie these peas up because they just keep falling over. The wind blows the wrong way in my yard, so blows them over. Been picking cabbage worms off of the broccoli and Brussels sprouts here. We picked the chard pretty hard yesterday and had a nice big meal. Still a lot there. Parsley's going crazy. A lot of blooms on the peppers already. There's one there. They're doing good. No complaints. Corn's out of control. We'll be eating corn long. I can touch that to my nose. Pretty high. A lot of growth in 3 weeks. Tomatoes are coming all the way up higher. They've been blooming. They're getting up near the tops of the cages. You see, got the peas. Trying to get them to climb on the fence. It's a kind of tight fence. It's 1 inch by 2 inch. So 2 by 4 works better for peas climbing. Beets are doing well. I mean, there's some beets down there. I could have some beets. I could start some more. I did plant a new area over here. I put in some other corn that I had in the greenhouse. I wrote it till the last part of the asparagus bed that was been overrun. They kind of got red stalks where the other ones have green stalks. Different variety. And I seeded all this whole area here with corn just like 2 or 3 days ago. So that'll be up. I'm sure by the next week it'll be up. I planted the cucumbers along here. These are pickling cubes here. They sat in the greenhouse a little too long, but they're alive and kicking. And these are picklers, and these over here are market moors. Some butternut squash here, and the pole beans have actually started to blossom. I see 2 blossoms today here, one there, and there's one over here. There's somewhere, yeah, right in there. So won't be long now. A couple weeks we'll be eating beans. I had some lettuce that had kind of gotten scraggly, but I put it in, and I got more in the greenhouse right here. I'll sneak peek. Can't see much because the glass is foggy, but they're starting. I'll start them once a week. We'll start some more butter crunch. And a couple of zucchinis out here. I got some patty pan squash that's in the greenhouse just starting to germinate. We'll put those in here. So this whole area is kind of just all done this week. A little late, but better late than never. supposed to rain, but we just keep saying we're supposed to get rain. It just sprinkles, so I watered with the hose into the berry patch. I spent about an hour in here today. Some pretty heavy weeding to do. The berries are starting to grow, getting bigger, swelling up. Quite a few berries on this plant. Some down low. These are all high bush berries. And strawberries never wilted. They're doing good. They're still pushing some berries. The new growth on this one now is up high as mine. Almost up to, well, it's up higher than the wire, but I really can't push it in without snapping it off, so we'll let it go. A lot of these berries are doing better. I give it a little bath today, shower down at the base. We won't see much here for another week or two. They're going to just keep getting bigger. But blueberries are starting to ripen. Starting to get bigger. I found down here on the last plant, I found a group of them on the ground. I don't know what could have got in here. If it was a squirrel or something, but something got in here and knocked some berries off. One there's turning. One here's turning. These are pretty good size. So I got a couple turning on this plant already. This is the last plant that I had put in. But I don't know what knocked those off. Basically it's completely closed in here. There's a lot of sprouting coming on, so I come in and hold them all up. And did some more thinning and weeding in here. I put some clips to hold some of the new growth because the new growth is getting pretty high, so I just clip it to the wire. Keeps it controlled. Clip down in there. Just trying to keep it all attached to this is new growth that's already up to the high wire. Just gotta go a little bit more. Clip down below. Clip, clip. There's a couple clips here. So I'm trying to keep things controlled by using clips. I may throw another higher wire up because this one sags quite a bit. It's a lot of weight on it. But getting so tall here, this one's actually sticking up, blossom sticking up through my net. But, can't wait for the berries. Won't be long now. Another 2 weeks we'll be picking them for sure, probably. I imagine. So that's it for this update. It's Sunday the 12th of June. And